Here we are in our jammies, ready for the fun.
Hey, everybody.
Terry wears her glasses and her necklace when she sleeps in her
I
jammies.
do. I forgot I had this one on now.
It's beautiful.
I'm just picking on you. It's fun. Hi, everybody. And yes, Cat Mama, I did get the answer to the Nine of Pentacles bird question. So thank you very much. I did see that. That was from our other show. So I hope everybody's got some fun stuff to share with us tonight. I have something fun to share. Um, but at first I want the ladies to, especially Callie, I want you and Diana to tell Terri about what your experience was in Avalon and her house. And she wasn't at the meet; she came in late, so she didn't hear what you had to say. So go for it.
And you were a big part of it, Terry. I landed in front of a blacksmith. It was like in a downtown area, but it was a small street. The blacksmith was in the middle of the street, and I looked around and I could identify all of us because we were very loud with our capes, and I had brought you birthday flowers, and you took it upon yourself. You said you kind of scurried us together. You're like, because we were drawing us. People were starting to notice us. We were standing out, and so you said, "Come with me. Come into my cottage." And so it was a little bit of a little jaunt, and it was a beautiful little cottage, just kind of up on a little hill, and it was made of stone. And I went in, and we all went in, and you had this huge what do you call those tables? Now.
Like a banquet table?
Yeah, but it was made of really rustic wood, and there was a pot on the fire, and you fed us all, and it was funny because Aley asked where the bathroom was, and you said that there was an outhouse out back, and so
that was my worry,
and you were. But this was your house. This was where you lived in a past life, and so you were hosting us in your house, and you had fruit and there was bread on the table, and it was anyway. You fed us, and then we went to Stonehenge. We all kind of hugged, and we said our goodbyes, and then the dream ended. But it was the flowers that I brought you. You went and you got a water pitcher, and it looked like it was maybe like not stainless steel, but something like that. And you filled it with water, and you put your flowers in there on the table.
Diana?
So cool.
Tell her what you saw.
Oh, shall I show the pictures and all?
Sure. Yeah, she's even got pictures. I know. Then I want to know what you saw afterwards, Terry. I didn't remember being there, but Diana convinced, and Callie said I was, so I trust him.
Gotta find them in order. So First thing first is we were at the Red Falls, where the water is so filled with iron. This is in Glastonbury at the Chalice Well at the tour, and as we're waiting to go across the water to get to Avalon itself, to the tour. And so this is the Red Falls, right? And inside of there, in this little alcove, was an altar, but also a bowl of apples that never emptied, that continued to refill themselves. So as we paraded past here, we would take an apple, right? So from there, Merlin met us at the shore, and we had gotten into the boat. He summoned a boat for us, and we sailed across the mist and went to the Isle of Avalon, which is
Wow.
the Isle of Avalon. So there we were going to do a ceremony here healing on the island, and we were in a site.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was too far away. My fault. Okay, so the second after that, once we got there, we yeah, I was drawing them as I remembered things. Right? Then we had gone out to where St. Michael's Abbey is, right? That's the tower. That's the tour,
Wow.
right? And all of us were there after we had all gone to the aisle and gotten gotten our apples, etc. So we do have our apples. Not saying that we're all in our cakes. This was Angela. This is you. This one is Valerie and Callie. This is you. And then we had Juno over here.
Wow.
Juno was there. Yeah.
Angela's wearing a headdress. Juno, because we don't see her face, we only see her hands. She had a veil on, and she on her head she has the symbol for Juno, the asteroid, and she is also carrying the symbol for Juno, the asteroid. And then Terry, I'm sorry, Terry, this one is down here. Who's down here? Oh, Sherry H. Voices from the Swamp. That's her.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Aley, and here's myself, and we're at the Holy Tree, the Holy Thorn, which is a hawthorn tree that was from the staff of Joseph of Arimathea. He stuck it in there when he brought the trail to the aisle to put the chalice into the well. And it's even though it's no longer the original, there has been an offshoot of the original tree that grew from his staff, growing all these years, all these centuries. And up here we have Kate, our other dream detective, and then Tabitha. Tabitha,
Wow.
or if you know her. Okay, so as we gathered there at the tower, we started to assemble into a line, and we went up to what's it called? The Madron, the matron's mound, Madron mound. And
Can't
so,
hear you again, honey. I'm sorry.
oh,
Yeah.
Can you hear me better if I unplug?
Oh, I don't know.
We can hear you better when you pull the book back. The
Okay.
drawing back.
Yeah.
So sometimes, especially when I'm on StreamYard, if I try to keep the charger going, I get into trouble. Okay. So, anyways, we are all assembled here, and we're going up the mound, and behind us are, just regular trees. But where we're headed is to the apple orchard, and so we all carried our apples visible to everybody, and then from there we went to the Chalice Well first, and it's not as you see it today. This is how it was back in the days of Avalon before it became this massive shrine that it is today.
Wow.
And there is also white falls there. Those white falls have calcium rich water that turned all the stones white. And there's also an altar built just in front of that. But it wasn't there back in that day. Okay. So after that, then
That's amazing.
So good at this.
It blows me away. Yeah, she blows me away.
From there, we went to the apple orchard. And once we had gotten there, we all knelt down and took out our little paring knives and cut the apples in half to open and display the star. And we pulled out the 5 pips. And now those pips all have a meaning, and they all have a goddess that controls them. Okay? So, let's see. As we knelt and sliced these apples in half, to open to the star and pull out the pips. We ate the apple and we put the pips into a little tiny pouch that we had. Then this pouch was all put into a bowl, right?
Yeah.
To be used for Beltane. Now, of course, we're there for Rubenstahl, which is what we're in right now. Eight and the festival of Lama.
So we got to go back at Beltane. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, we have to go back and Beltane. Now, this is the meaning of all of those tips, because Arthur was there, but Arthur was hospitalized. He has been wounded. He's been poisoned. The infection is not going to cure. He never regains actual strength. He never, is able to get back to normal and roll normally. So he spends his days in Canterbury Court. Glastonbury Court. Anyway, so the ceremony is a healing ceremony, and each one of those 5 tips represents an act for the healing ceremony, which is everything that we had done. So first is the calling of the barge, and that is the meaning of that is the descent. The descent. What was the descent of Arthur when he was defeated by Lancelot and Guinevere by them having a fit, right? So that's his whole attitude towards life, and that's ruled by the goddess Diana. And then the parting of the mist, the next ceremony, that's when we're on the barge. That is about the confrontation, learning what it is, confronting your own. And Serdowin is the goddess that rules that. And then the third tip represents the retrieving of the sword. And that is about emergence, identifying it and coming to grips with it and being honest with it, with yourself. And that is Floatingwind. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Floatingwind. She controls that. Then when we reach the shore, there's the resolution. And the resolution is how we're going to fix this. What kind of a healing remedy are we going to have? Now, the thing about apple seeds is it's not just for Beltane, for the planting and replenishing of the orchard, but you can grind the seeds to get the arsenic. A little bit of arsenic can be a poison. A lot of it can be a poison, but a little bit.
They're having a hard time understanding you. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's how did you know all this? Did you have to look it up, or did you know it?
Well, no, because I kind of live at Avalon anyway.
Yeah. She does. So it means a lot more. What did you see,
So
Terri?
interesting.
What did you see?
I didn't see as much as either one of you.
Oh no, I didn't see a thing, so it's okay. Yeah.
I did see us going to the fields, and I did see our bright colored velvet
Capes.
cloaks. Yeah, our capes. But then we all took them off and we danced around the stones.
Oh, Katie saw that.
And we danced around
Yeah.
for the future. We danced around for the past.
Uh-huh.
And then we came back.
She
It was
saw
really
people in a
beautiful.
great hall dancing, and some of us were watching, and that's really cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody see a magenta turquoise tie-dyed cape that Warrior Girl said
Yes.
she was in? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool, warrior girl. I love
Yeah.
that.
Mine was royal. No, it was powder blue. Powder blue. That's with the color I picked. But yeah, fascinating. All right. Well, we had our Zoom meeting on Saturday, right after the dream, and one of the other gals who's in the chat actually was there as well, and she was there. She told us a couple of things that she saw, and I told the gals I didn't remember it, but Diana was, and everybody saw me. Callie saw me, and Diana saw me, so I guess I was there. But I did better with the Antarctic one that we did. I did it last night. So you too? Okay.
Mhm.
So what really fascinates me about my Antarctic, and I hope some of you did get to go to Antarctica. What we decided we were going to do was go to Antarctica and see what was under the ice. That's what our mission was. And I said, you better bring some thermoses of hot tea, because it's, if you're in Antarctica, it's not iced tea you want to drink. So I didn't know if I was going to ever get anything. Well, last night, I'll tell you what, I was on a huge ship, a huge ocean ship. And everybody who knows that I've talked about this before is I'm deathly afraid of fish. Well, guess what started coming at me?
Oh no! Oh no!
And I was down in the lower bottom part of the ship, and it had like this. It was like a well, like this, and they dumped all the fish into the well, and I'm standing in the well, and I'm thinking to myself, I have to handle this. There's nowhere for me to go. Where am I going to go? And the fish were huge, and they were walking on their fins. And I was like, oh my God. And so we were told that they were all a new species of fish. Well, they weren't new. They were just under that ice cap, and nobody had ever seen them before. And they had these special powers, I guess. And there was an Atlantean city under there. And so I just dealt with it, but it was like, okay. But the dream continued and foretold me of a shift in the area of Antarctica that will be melting and moving in location. And we'll see so many new things. It will be an unleashing for us of an Atlantean city, and also 45,000-year-old remains.
Wow.
So it will be
amazing.
It will be like we will be blown away by, because we're looking at stuff now that's maybe 10 to 12,000, something like that, but not 45 or more thousand. And old structures and remains will be seen. And we also will find an old UFO craft under there that shows that that's how long it's been. Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Wow. I didn't know that. There are fact species of fish that walk on their fins.
I had no idea either.
Well, I hate fish, so I wouldn't have even wanted to know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. So that to me, I felt really good about the fact that I did that. But the rest of the night, remember I told you I used to work in a storage building, and I was the manager. Well, I had to clean out a storage building, not a storage unit. I had to take all the stuff out of the storage
Oh man.
and put it in different places. So I was doing that all the rest of the night. Yeah.
I bet
you remember your dream.
That's amazing, Aley.
I know. It really was. But I loved it. It was so cool because I've always wondered about that. There's something about Antarctica that has always interested me. And my third husband, actually, he went there. He went there on a merchant ship, and he got one of those. There's only like 3% of the population of the world that's ever gotten there before. And so, but I think that there's stuff under there. And Miss Moonlight says, I wouldn't be surprised if alien life forms were living under I wouldn't either.
Yep, there is.
Yep.
There is.
Sometimes as they come out of the water,
be
they big freshwater here.
Well, yeah, they go straight up.
Or the oceans,
But they can't go through the ice. So I'm thinking, are they trapped under there?
Well, or they just go under it from another place,
Right.
Wormholes.
They enter in California and then they head on down.
Yeah.
Enter off the coast of Greece or Malta anywhere, and
down
they go.
All right. So what did you see, Callie? What did you see?
Well, last night was incredible. I did do a brief visit there. It must have been Saturday night, and I got a little bit of information. But last night was absolutely amazing. I kept going there, and then I would get up to go to the bathroom, and I was able to then like go back and just kind of continue on. But
Yeah.
what was so interesting is, you know, I wasn't able to see anything, but I was able to hear and
And
feel.
feel.
Yeah. And so I don't know how I got down there. But what I do know is at one point when I woke up, my arms, and it doesn't make any sense, my arms, my legs, and my hips and my shoulders hurt so bad. But you know, it's like a different dimension. I wouldn't have to be swimming, you know, so I don't know. I literally had to like go.
Oh, you've been tensed up maybe the whole time. You never know.
Yeah.
That could have been.
That's
I had to go into my husband's nightstand at one point, and I had to put cream on my
Oh
shoulders
my God.
and my lips. And but then I continued on. But what I got was absolutely amazing. I like I said, I didn't see it, but what I felt was that we were in a, it was like a temple, and it was like for healing, and that they would teach people there too. And I could feel your guys' presence. I couldn't see you, but it was I could hear other beings besides us. And so and I could hear them talking, and I could actually even smell like it was weird. It was like I could smell food, but maybe because I was hungry, I don't know. But, there definitely was beings down there, and I could hear them talking, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. But what was interesting is what I got that happened to us when we were down there. I got that when we were in this temple of teaching, that it like cleared our energy, and that we jumped timetables. It said that we jumped timetables, and that it cleared our energy of trauma and lineages, and
Wow.
you know, the impression I almost got, like it was like this beautiful communion that none of us have ever experienced, type of thing.
Right.
But what was the one thing that was really funny about it is when we were all there, I heard somebody say, "I don't have internet." So somebody must have came with their phone, maybe to take pictures. But anyway, it was funny. I heard somebody say, "I don't have internet," and so in the middle of the night, I mean, no light in here. I'm like writing. I have a tablet. And I'm jotting down all these notes that are coming to, you know, that I'm getting. But yeah, it was really interesting. And Aley, you're right. There's a whole other, it's like a colony of like galactic people that live underneath there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was it.
Did you end up going there at all, Terri?
I did. I did. So I got the galactics underneath too.
Okay.
So
okay.
I went underneath, and it was like they were in stasis or something. A lot of them were in a holding pattern there.
Yeah.
And I think it was a healing area too for them and for us, Callie. And I could walk by them, and I could look at them, and like one of them looked like an elephant, except for his nose was open. And if that makes any sense, like a pig nose, like a snout.
Yep.
And each one was completely different. And I was walking around and kind of feeling their energy. And then all of a sudden somebody said, "What's she doing here?" Anyway, I guess I got somewhere where I wasn't really supposed to be, but I was granted permission. Then and they also said the giants are waking up. So the giants are the really old
Nephilim. The Nephilim, you think?
Is that maybe, but they're like really, like, I don't know what, 500 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
So, and then I was given clearance. The elementals don't have to hide there. They are everywhere, like sparkles, everything. just out, and the penguins and everybody's interacting with
Fabulous.
them. Yeah, it was so amazing.
Yeah.
And we were given these really long gold bars. And like on the end, they had an eating utensil. Like one would be a fork, and one would be a spoon, and one would be a knife.
Interesting.
Well, if you want to feed the giants.
Oh, well, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. But we were told to go out and put them in the snow and to
Oh.
anchor in.
Okay.
Oh,
So I don't know if it had something to do with ley lines we were working with or magnetics, but something that we were supposed to anchor in with those golden rods. And then frozen water keeps the planet metals. Bleh. Oh, okay. We were putting the metal in to strengthen with the frozen water to keep the ley lines of the planet. That's what they said. Metal rods laying ley lines. New power sources. And that's the other thing they were talking about. New power sources there.
That's amazing.
It was so much fun.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Wow. That's amazing.
So many similarities, really. Diana,
Yeah.
did you?
well, I
You got
did,
busy with something else. Yeah.
but it wasn't last night. And,
Right.
But some of the things that you're saying
Mm-hmm.
tie in with what I dreamt last night,
Okay.
because there were giants in my dream last night, but not in the night that I went
To Antarctica.
And when I went to Antarctica, all I could remember was the penguins. I can't remember anything else about that dream except the penguins. I'm so enamored with them anyway. Maybe
I
that's
know,
the
they're
reason
sweet.
why. I don't know for sure. But that was all I could remember.
Yep.
Last night, it wasn't even, I didn't sleep. It was very lucid. It was more like an astral projection.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it actually started, was with seeing these giants. And then I know I was being escorted sneakily. I ended up in Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, jeez.
And I looked at all the mess.
Did you have to go to the bathroom?
No. Well, I went because that's what the mess was. So anyway,
Yeah.
then they escorted me from there back to DC. And I know DC pretty well because I used to live close enough that wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
once a month, the kids, let's go to the Smithsonian,
Yeah.
And so, plus all the other wonderful museums and riding the wall because I used to ride a Harley. So anyway, so
Wow.
when I was there, I saw the whole thing play out. Now, what is similar about this that he's going to do tomorrow? I saw that whole thing play out last night.
Okay.
What is similar is I saw that whole January 6th play out about 3 days before it happened in exactly the same kind of a dream. It wasn't really a dream. It was more like
A vision. Yeah.
an astral projection or a remote view
Yeah.
Right.
of the future. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean,
Well, look at Ginny. Ginny's the one that was with us on Saturday, who was also over in England.
oh, right.
So I asked her if she remembered, and she said, no, unfortunately not. She dreamt Trump was in a cage and he turned into a zombie. And that's exactly what I had to put it up because Diana, that's pretty much what, not quite, but yeah.
No, it goes right along because
Yeah.
he is so.
Yep.
When he goes to the jail, when he is taken into the jail, and this is going to all be filmed. But what goes with your gold bars is the shoes I was given last night.
Oh.
This is gold.
Oh, wow.
And these shoes were put on my feet.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in contrast to the giant that I saw, it was, fae and elementals and pixies, which you talk about in your dream with the penguins.
Yeah.
That placed these on my feet. And it was like white straw and gold, real gold. So,
well, I'm going to make a recommendation. I don't want to change up. We don't have to do this every single week that we travel back to someplace. But I think if everybody now can see that it's possible to go to Antarctica, that maybe we should all try to do it again and see what happens. Because I don't know, all of us had this magical experience, really, and we were sort of told things and shown things and felt things or whatever. And we didn't seem to have too much trouble with it. I mean, you did it anyway, Diana, on Saturday, but you have to go by the penguins a little bit. You can pat them. You got to move on. But yeah, you might want to try it. It certainly is fun. It really was fun.
It was really interesting.
Yeah. And I didn't know if it was going to work for me. And I said to myself, as a matter of fact, I woke up like you to pee, and it was 5 a.m. And just before, it was 3 because the dogs weren't up yet. And I kept saying over and over, all right, you were in that boat. You were in that boat. You were in that boat, and those fish, and 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 I didn't want to go back. But when I did, I went back into the dream, just like you, Kelly. I was back in it again. And
there you go.
Yeah.
That's part of the trick for sure. Just even if it's one key word that you can remember, that's what works for me for sure.
Sure.
It was really good. It was really interesting.
Well, we spent a lot of time talking about it, but everybody, if you get a chance, and welcome to those Sally and Samantha and Landon and Marby and everybody else that's come in. Thank you for being here. We were just describing a dream meetup. The first one we described was one that I couldn't remember, but it was going back to 16th century England, which the other ladies really did well with. And so did Katie, but she has to work tonight. But this Antarctic thing was quite wonderful.
It was
fun. Yeah. And so I'd be happy to go back again. So I'm just yeah.
I'm hoping I can see this time. I don't know what it was that was preventing me from seeing.
Maybe it was permission again. Because for me, remember, you guys drop into these places. I have to go in on a damn ship with fish on it. I mean, come on. So I'm hoping I don't have to do with that anymore. I hope I just get there and get going on it. But I just felt everything. I felt that that Antarctica was going to move, and it was going to come over here, and we were going to find all this cool stuff when it sort of, but I don't know what the rest of the world's going to look like. If Antarctica rises up and shifts, because we're going to have a lot of problems, but
we'll have a new Avalon.
Yeah.
I swear to God, though, it was like, I know it's not, Oceania came in my mind.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Sonia says magical land like an avatar.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Fern Gully was Avatar before Avatar came out. Fern Gully came out first. It came out like in 1990.
I forgot about Fern Gully. I'm going to have to write that
and then they said that Avatar was very much like Fern Gully. Yeah. So
that's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, I just remember people talking about Fern Gully all the time. My kids were younger. But and Jenny says she's been a giant in a long ago life. So maybe Jenny was with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very possibly.
Very possible. Yep. Yeah. So so nobody else, I guess nobody else in the chat went to Antarctica. Yeah. Try to put it in here and say you want to go. And you know what? It might come tonight. It might come next Tuesday night. Right. Whatever is fine. Just put it on your radar.
Right.
And you don't have to even get dressed warmly or even bring hot tea with you if you don't want to.
Just get you're going to get there. You just get there. It just
bring goggles. Make sure you bring goggles.
snorkel.
Maybe that's what you could do, Kelly. You could wear special goggles so you'd be able to see.
You know what? That's what I'll do before
Yeah.
I fall asleep. I'll just tell the universe that I'm going to have special goggles that I'm going to be able to see everything.
Uh-huh.
That's a great idea. I love that. Yeah.
Oh, I have not read this. Whoops. Wait a minute. Things jump on the timeline. Sorry. Did anyone read Where Are You, Bernadette? A Girl Wants to Go to Antarctica. I have never heard of that. That's really cool.
Linda.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. I love her picture too.
I know. Isn't it pretty?
That's beautiful. Yeah.
It isn't quite lucid dreaming, Miss Moonlight. It's making a plan to meet up at a certain location, and we picked Antarctica, and we wanted to know what was underneath the ice. That was our plan. And we said that we would go to bed. When we went to bed, that was what we wanted our destination to be. Now, in many cases, we did end up lucid dreaming because we were able to either go back to it, or for me, I'm standing there in all those fish, and
Poor girl.
I probably would have died of a heart attack in real world, but I just said, I have to deal with this. And I thought to myself, that's a message, number one, for me. I have to deal with this issue, you know? So is there a video you can listen to? Maybe you could listen to, I don't know, would binaural beats work? Or
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes, there's
All
plenty of them out there. And there's a sound bath that I listen to on a pretty regular basis.
Okay.
That is for a good night's dream sleep.
Okay. I'm putting both of these.
There's plenty of them out there, you know. If you prefer deep tones, you can find that. If you prefer it to be higher pitched, you can find those. But look for the caption on them.
Yep.
Because they'll tell you, you know, good lucid dreaming, good dreams.
True. Yep. And just to get you in that relaxed state. And then, you know, before you go, you say, I want to go to Antarctica. I want to go to Antarctica, you know. And Amanda, this is so funny. You shared a dream with someone, but you were in the same bed. That's happened to me as well. You can do that, actually. You can. Because
I love that.
you're you know, you're connected. You're connected. Oh, I see. You were thinking for the dream group. So the next time you go to the pyramids, have something.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
do we want to go look for the lost pyramid?
Or we could, if we're going to Antarctica, we could look for Scott's Hut. Do you know what Scott's Hut is?
Yes.
It's where the yeah.
Explain that.
Okay, so
everybody.
One of the navigators, men that explored Antarctica back in the day. I want to say it was like late 19th, early 20th century. His name was Scott, his last name. And he ended up, I believe he died there because he didn't get back to the base camp. But he had a hut that was there, and they had you know, you could go in there and sleep, but I think they ran out of food eventually. I'm not even sure. But if you go to Scott's Hut, Ant, Arctica, is that right? Yeah. You could probably go onto like a wiki and see what it looks like. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
There was something else I was trying to. I love what Julie says. A kayak, Sally says, would be helpful. I want to go, but I think I need to update from the CBD gummy. Yeah, you might have to. You might have to go with the real thing, Julie. Yeah. Yep. That's for sure. Let's see if there's anything else that was put up.
You know what else might be a good idea? And I don't do this, but it might be helpful for some viewers, is sleeping with crystals or putting certain crystals that are good to enhance dreams, or, you know, for better dreams or whatnot. That might be good to put under your pillow. You could put some underneath your bed. Just a thought.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great idea. I love that.
Yeah. Now, Katie says she tried the 16th century one. She's surprised to say she blocked it due to a past life being there. And you know what? If you could move through that, Katie, you could heal that.
Yep.
True.
You could heal that
Very good
lifetime.
point.
Yeah. Not that you want to go back there. I mean, there's some things about us that we don't really like to look at, and I understand that because it can be painful. But if you were a witch, or you were hung, or you were burned at the stake or something, you wouldn't want to go back there. But that might heal that problem.
Yeah.
Or a druid. Yeah. Oh, cool, Miss Moonlight Musing. Then you will enjoy this if you can get there. Yeah. This is a way we can travel through time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
time is not linear.
Right.
And you can have the dream on a different day than someone else and still see that person in your dream. And that person see you in their dream.
Rossi wants to know what crystal might enhance your dreams. Do you know off the top of your head? Lady?
I was thinking lapis would be really good because you'd be able to see things and interpret.
Okay.
And selenite.
Always
Is another one.
I'm thinking like an angel light, you know.
Ooh.
Angel light might be good.
Okay.
Rose quartz, because
Rose quartz.
panicking and anything that happens in the dream.
That's true. That's love that will take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amethyst, Jay. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Some of these are all stones that are actually in the
chakras.
No, it's the armors of the high priestesses.
Oh, yes.
They were inlaid.
That emerald,
and lapis, and yeah. Yeah. Oh, mugwort is good for dreaming too, Amanda. The only thing about mugwort is be careful if you are still a menstruating woman. You don't want to take that. I don't think. I think
it interferes with some medications too.
Okay. Yeah, you want to make sure. Yep. Yep. Oh, you did pull cards, Katie, and that past life confirmed. Well, very good. See? So you're learning different things on different levels. You're learning what can be done, what can't be done. I love it.
You could have a little sip of absinthe.
Oh, a little sip.
It's Artemisia.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
Yeah, is mugwort.
Can you buy absinthe here in the city?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. God. They call it the Green Fairy, you know.
Exactly.
Diana, what is it? I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's absinthe.
Abisthne. Absinthe.
Oh, Absinthe. Yeah.
It's made from mugwort, which is Artemisia, and there's two varieties, and one makes the more delicate one is the one that makes absinthe, I believe. I believe it's the
okay. So Amanda said just put it in a pillow with lavender and other herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good idea. Yeah.
I don't know. I love this. This is great. Honestly.
Is that what they drink in Italy? Absinthe or
no, they drink it in Germany, I think. I think it's Germany. Oh, it is in Italy too? Okay.
Everywhere in Europe they drink it.
I'll tell you why.
Toulouse-Lautrec had a problem with it.
When I was teaching at the University of Nevada, I said to my students, I want you to write a paper about something you'd never do or that would be different. Like if you're Catholic, go to a Baptist church, or, you know, if you're this, try that. You know, and one guy, he decided to drink a bottle of absinthe and write about it. That was his paper. And I said, that's not exactly what I had in mind.
So how'd the paper turn out?
Another guy dressed up like a woman. Another guy went to a strip joint. It's like, no, guys, this isn't what I wanted you to do.
Oh, they had fun.
Yeah, they did have fun, but oh boy, you know. I said, I think I got to put a lid on some of these. Yeah, some of these.
But you know what, though, Aley? They obviously knew that you were really cool.
Well, they did, yeah. Because I didn't judge it, you know. I just said, God, I'm glad you're okay, you know. I don't need.
Yeah.
Student drinks whole bottle of absinthe for his
oh my
English
God.
class, you know.
Right?
I should have been tripping on LSD.
Oh my God.
Man.
No, the guy who dressed up like a woman did not go to the dance at the strip joint. But
Jay.
that would have been a good one, Jay. That would have been good. Yeah.
Oh, extra credit.
Katie, in another dream, Ted Cruz keeps bothering me, so my money is on him having issues. He's got issues.
Oh, he's got big issues
yeah. I think he's going to be one of the named that come up later. Yeah.
Well, remember way back when they were showing the films during the hearings, and the guys with the zip ties and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
And those two guys are standing over Cruz's desk, and they say, that guy, he fucking sold us out, man. Cruz sold us out.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot there. And somebody else said that they thought Maji was the Unabomber lady that was going to get the DC. Yeah.
Who's Maji? Is that his wife?
No, Toilet Green.
Yeah, Maji Toilet Green. Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
That's what Michael Cohen calls her, Marjorie Toilet Green.
I love it. I kind of got a hit that I thought Ted Cruz might be having marital problems. Not that I would wish that on anybody, but that something's going to be uncovered about some affairs.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Remember, Trump called his wife ugly? That was just so rude. Yeah. By the way, speaking of marital problems, Melania Trump just may be really happy that Justin Trudeau is having those things because they're now divorcing.
Oh.
But Melania just got paid what was it? It was 108 something for her hairdresser.
Yeah, out of the PAC money. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
$108,000 for a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Is she going down?
Is that a month or is that a year?
Said yes. Melania's in trouble.
Sonia Pinola, I love purple fluorite as well. That's another beautiful stone.
Yes.
Very delicate though. Be careful with it. Yeah. It's like selenite. Don't ever put selenite in water.
Nope.
Or you won't have a stone left.
Yeah, right.
Soluble. Yeah.
And you don't want to put your hands in your mouth after handling it either because it's poisonous.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you told me that. All right. So Nancy does have a dream for us tonight. If anybody else does, we still have about 10 minutes left. So I had a dream. My right foot was bleeding nonstop as I was standing doing dishes. What's the meaning of this? Don't do the dishes.
That's what I was going to say. Be doing dishes. You need help. Somebody needs to help you with the dishes.
Put them in the dishwasher. Oh, man.
I get it. It might mean she needs to ground herself with the blood, the red, the blood that she might need grounding.
Okay, so, and if we think about hemophiliacs, they have a low iron content to their blood. So maybe you should also check into how your blood is doing. Mm-hmm. Are you diabetic? Do you have rheumatoid related diseases? Autoimmune issues? That's all blood related as well. And it could just be draining your energy, which brings.
But the right side is the physical, right? Isn't that correct? The left side's spiritual, the right side's the physical side. So you're exerting too much, and the dishes just might be working. Like work. It's spending too much time doing work, or yeah.
The other side to that too is her hands are in the water.
Oh, that's true.
And so water can be throw you off balance, which brings us back to this grounding, the need for grounding.
Yeah.
And that and water is life too, isn't it? It's healing, it's life. And
the healing,
your hands in there, and but also just so busy with life, because eating utensils, that's something that we nourish ourselves with. So busy with that you're maybe not grounding enough. especially with your right foot, because your right foot, you give. You give.
Mhm.
So maybe needing to receive. We all need to
Nancy, I get you
receive.
need to record your dreams down, hon. You might get
Oh,
some. You might get some more messages that come in, and you'll be able to track it. It's like if we pull an oracle card every day. I remember Susan Lynn told us all to do that and keep track of what we pulled, and
Yep.
that we would get a message from that. So I would suggest, Nancy, definitely record. You know, like today, Saturday, did this and had this dream. Actually, wouldn't hurt everybody to do that, but.
Yeah, I think anybody that wants to go to our destinations, I think it's really important to have. It doesn't even have to be a dream journal. It can be a tablet. Just have some paper on your nightstand. Because if I wouldn't have had that last night, I don't think I would have remembered a lot of what I got, and I just ended up putting it right in bed with me. So then you can write down your your stuff that you get.
Absolutely. Because it's hard to remember if you don't get up and write it right down or do it right. Yeah, do it right. Terry, what did you get?
well, I pulled Lord Ganesh because I love him.
Yeah.
And it's capacity to love.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe you're not giving enough to yourself. Maybe you're giving too much away. And aren't we all doing that right now? So, because I always think about capacity to love, I think it's usually less about how much we give love. It's usually how much we don't give ourselves love.
True.
Yeah. So rewarding yourself.
Well, that kind of goes with this card that I grabbed, which is unrecognized.
Mm.
You're not recognizing all that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a beautiful card. I've had a lot
A
of them.
friend
I've talked to.
sent me this deck.
Oh. I've heard a lot of people talking about that lately too. That
Yeah.
they're just not
They're
feeling
not
themselves.
recognizing all the work that they've done. They think, oh, I haven't been doing anything, but they really have been doing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I have the Knight of Pentacles here too, but on this is the Guardians of the Night. So we have a donkey, and they do so much hard work for very little pay.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie's back to the Ted Cruz. Okay, so why was Ted bugging you? Because his wife's ugly. I don't know.
Because he's a little cockroach.
Do you live in Texas, Katie? I wonder. You don't have to tell me where you live, but if you live in Texas, that might be why he's bugging you. Why? Which foot did Hercules have issues with? I thought it was Achilles. Wasn't it Achilles? Remember when the god had to hold him by his Achilles tendon to dip him? Yeah. Yeah.
What am I doing here?
She lives in Oregon.
Oh, all right, Katie. Then that isn't going to be a problem. All right.
Might be because
it is when he runs away to hide.
Maybe he's going to come see you. Yes.
I'm guessing there's going to be something coming out about him, and that's why she's having these dreams.
She's getting forewarning. Yeah.
And now you should maybe try to have a dream and see if you can get to the source of what this is about. Right. What is it that you've already got an inclination about with him that you just need to
true
bring out more?
Yep. It's like me with the dream with Antarctica, and then I sort of went into this it wasn't automatic writing, but it was sort of like that. It was, I sensed that this and this and this and this came from there. So if you want to know, you may have a premonition about him, and and maybe he is breaking up with his wife. Who knows?
You know, I mean,
or something might be coming out about him, like you say, that
something there's something that's the truth. So try to program your dream. Take the road less traveled, which is trying to program your dream. Not a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah.
See if you can figure out what
Figure
it
it
is.
out. Yeah. Say to yourself when you go to bed, I'd like to know why I'm dreaming about Ted Cruz. Show me another example or show me another thing. Yeah. Yeah, pull cards too. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this, Sonia? Don't know about the poison. I put my hand and pick her up and hold her and look at her every day when I'm sitting at my table. And I see, am I missing? I must be missing something else that you said. I'm sorry.
I got the well-being card on Ted Cruz, so it could very possibly be there's maybe a health issue going on there too.
Well, look
for
at
entertainment purposes.
Yes.
Only.
Yep.
Wow.
Didn't know about the poison. I put my hand in my hand and pick her up and hold her and look at her every day when I'm sitting at my table when I'm having coffee, and I see.
Oh, it must be the selenite.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
Amanda. Just got it. My selenite wand went walkabout.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Didn't
see.
know about that it was poisonous. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it dissolves also, so that's why you have to be careful with things.
Yeah. So some things you can put in running water or but you can't do that with selenite. Yep.
Right. Okay. It's not a rock. It's a rock, but it's not hardened like others are.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, Sonia. Sometimes there's a disconnect between what was said and then you guys writing, so I apologize.
It's great that she found that out tonight.
I know.
I mean, that's really a blessing that she knows that now.
Yeah. Not that she's going to put it in her mouth, but yeah.
Right.
Just
after you've been handling it for a long time,
Right. Oh,
doesn't
really?
keep you from holding mine either.
Selenite wands take away your Reiki healing? How about for you? I mean, I know yours isn't Reiki necessarily, Kelly, but does that affect any of your healing abilities? No? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I love selenite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have spars all over the house, long ones.
Oh, the bars, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we all are different and have different techniques and stuff. And
no, it's not fluorite, but fluorite is very, very. You have to still be very careful with it because it's very. It can shatter. Yeah, but no, you can even. I've put fluorite in water before, like you would a rose quartz or whatever, and drank the water. I've had that before.
You can do that.
And
don't put amethyst in the sun because that'll fade it, and the same thing with rose quartz.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
They have Rock Finder. It's a free app, and or maybe it's not free. Maybe I paid like $10 for the year or something for it, but it wasn't too expensive. But Nancy Jean recommends it, and it's
is that
really
where you can look and see what your rock is?
Yeah, you can take a picture of it, and it'll show up. But a lot of them are toxic if you grind them or
that's true.
Yeah,
do something to them. Yeah. I was surprised how many are. Oh, you're citrine, Sonia. Yeah.
I fired up my rock tumbler, and so I have my rock tumbler going, and I just love it. I was on the 4th stage, and they still aren't quite as shiny as I want. So I'm going to do another a finishing stage, but yeah, I've got tons of rocks that I'm tumbling, and it's fun. It is good at heart.
Yes, Sonia, we'll give you a message. We're right at the end, so let's do that. We'll go ahead and we'll pull some cards for you, and also we'll say that it's for the collective as well. I'm sure we always have said before that if one person can get a message out of something, then all of us can in many ways. So. Miss Moonlight, on an unrelated, you can find the original manual to pet rocks on Google. Oh my God, I remember them. I wish I came up with that. Wouldn't you have liked to have sold those pet rocks? Yeah.
I love that.
Now I paint them and leave them at the lake.
Uh-huh.
for people to find and take home.
All right, everybody. So this is a great card because I've had people ask me, what is my path? What am I supposed to be doing? And the best answer I have, well, besides serving others and love, is find what you're really passionate about. What is it that you've always been interested in? What is it that you just makes you so happy that if you could do it 24/7 and not even get paid for it, that you would do it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
leave
love
it there.
that. I love that.
That's beautiful. So I pulled an inner child card, your inner
Oh.
bunny.
Look at
that.
And this is Hungry Bunny. And so all you can eat. My life is a feast of opportunity.
I
So
love
take advantage.
If you care at all.
Boom, boom.
Boom,
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Right? Mic drop.
Go ahead,
That's
Kelly.
so funny.
I got connect with the earth, and I think that this is really important right now with this full moon energy. I just did my energy update for the month, and with the 2 full moons we're having this month, the energy is a little bit wonky. In fact, I got that it's like high octane energy for the month. So if you can get out and connect with the earth and ground, I think we all, all need to do that. And if it's hot where you are, I mean, if you can take a salt bath or a bath, or sprinkle salts in the bottom of your shower, that'll help ground you. Eating root vegetables will help ground you if it is too hot where you're at. But connect with the earth.
Speaking of root vegetables.
Right?
You cannot make this up. Because now I have Taurus, Earth.
Oh, perfect.
Right? And the message on this is way shower.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry. Way shower.
Ooh, look at the
Wow.
eyes in there.
Message says, you are the keeper and teller of your truth. And don't forget, we had that Wonder Woman card.
That's right.
It has the lasso of truth.
The lasso. Yep. Take it and throw it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know where your fluorite is, Sonia? Okay. She lost her fluorite.
Oh.
Or who?
Oh,
somebody
Sonia,
lost their
I got a
fluorite. Was it
story for
Sonia
you.
or somebody else that lost one of their rocks?
Went on
Me.
walkabout.
Yeah.
It was me.
Oh, yeah. You lost yours and you found it. Yes.
Just before we went into the dream sequence.
Right. So
And the
maybe
day
you need to do the
before,
dream sequence.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
when we did the Zoom meeting for the dream.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it had been missing for more than 6 weeks.
Yep.
And there's
Wow.
a whole story that goes with it. It took quite some time to figure this out. But what I had done was gotten one of those cat balls that light up.
Mm-hmm.
And it sat on the table right by this chair that I'm sitting in now. And if
Yep.
I have fluffed these cushions once, I've fluffed them 30 times to meet with you guys to do a show, because this is where I
Right.
sit for it.
Uh-huh.
That light never went off until the Thursday before we had the Zoom meeting, right? Or whatever day it was of the meeting.
Yeah.
The day before, that light went off. And
Yep.
so we're going to have this Zoom meeting about going to Glastonbury, and I'm fluffing the cushions, and there it is, where I've looked a million times. Now, the
Mhm.
day before, the Pixies put it back because Merlin is back, and Merlin sent them to make it visible again.
Wow.
And what do? They hide things in plain sight, so you can't see it, but it's really there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to say, I couldn't understand why nothing has made that ball go off since. It broke it. It's not working anymore.
Wow.
Wow.
So they were very busy when they put my stone back. So don't give up hope.
Jenny, I don't know what this means. You mean a hairball? Is that
No, no, she means toys, cat toys. The ball.
I've never had a cat. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
No, it's a toy for cats, and it'll
Okay.
just randomly go off with lights.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, Jay,
Aw.
you came back.
Yeah.
Oh my
it
God!
did.
I'll tell you after, hon.
That's funny.
Yes. See if you can go into your dream state. Maybe you'll be able to find it. Anyway, thanks everybody. I've had a really a lot of fun.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Fun
It
with
was
you
fun.
all. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everybody.
Uh-huh.
Good night.
Take care, everybody. And
Sweet
sweet
dreams.
Bye,
dreams.
everybody.
See you in Antarctica. All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye, everybody.